Right now on 5 on your side at 10.
Remember that it doesn't take very long to become hypothermic if you're not prepared.
As temperatures fall, hospital visits climb. Local experts with winter weather tips to keep you safe.
We didn't even know if he would make it to St. Louis. We had no idea. I literally asked, will he die? And they said, we don't know, we can't tell you that.
His last hope, the St. Louis surgeon who operated on a patient when no one else would.
Dangerous cold continues tonight with lows in the single digits, then more light accumulating snow starting late Sunday night.
Good evening, I'm Brent Solomon. Tonight, a family of a St. Louis County police officer is grieving after the officer was shot and killed early this morning in Lincoln County. Officers arrived at a home in Moscow Mills just after 6:45 this morning. That's where they found two people shot. One of them was 36-year-old St. Louis County police officer Robert Woods. Investigators believe the second victim, the shooter, turned the gun on himself. Both died. Investigators tell us the officer knew the shooter and that this is an isolated incident. A St. Louis native, football star, and community staple has died following a heart-related condition. Corey Miller joins us now with what he's learning. Corey, we're talking about Demetrius Johnson.
That's right, Brent. Demetrius Johnson, known affectionately as DJ, is a figure St. Louis won't soon forget. Johnson was a defensive back at the University of Missouri and later in the NFL, but he made his biggest impact here at home. Johnson helped countless St. Louis families and athletes through the Demetrius Johnson Foundation. From family turkey giveaways to mentoring young athletes, DJ was always there for his city. The Demetrius Johnson Foundation still plans to hold their Christmas toy giveaway tomorrow morning. Johnson was 61 years old.
Corey Miller reporting. Corey, we'll see you shortly. Well, right now, the winter storm system that hit St. Louis still rages across the East Coast, and it's already killed 18 people. Tonight, temperatures in the bi-state will drop yet again. Meteorologist Jim Castillo is here with the holiday forecast. Jim, what do we need to know?
Yeah, you know, we're seeing burst pipes around the area too, so these frigid temperatures continue. Not as bad as it was on Friday, but definitely very cold out there. Here's Sacred Heart and Florissant. Already people getting ready for midnight mass. Watch out for those areas on the sidewalks that still have a little bit of, maybe something melted today, a little bit of snow melted and refroze this evening, and so it could be slick. Also, the current wind gust, I've seen them as high as 30 miles an hour, so look what happens to the temperature when you add in the wind. 16 degrees right now at Lambert, but it feels like 1, and last hour it felt like 0. So we still have to dress in layers and make sure you stay out of this cold tonight, or get through it as quickly as you can and get inside where it's nice and warm. So cold wind tonight and temperatures down around 9 degrees. We'll talk about a good chance of snow late tomorrow night and early Monday, and also the amounts coming up in just a bit.
All right, we'll see you then. Well, those freezing temperatures have made spending time outdoors quite dangerous. Medical experts are already seeing the impacts. 5 on your side's Elise Schoening joins us now at 10. Elise, you checked in with Barnes Jewish Hospital.
Yeah, that's right, Brent. In conditions like these, of course, we all want to bundle up at home inside, but it's not easy or possible for some to do that. It's what makes jobs of people like first responders twice as hard.
This weather really makes things a lot busier.
Barnes Jewish Chief of EMS Division David Tan is talking about the most recent blast of winter weather.
At these temperatures, it doesn't take very long at all, just a few minutes before even superficial frostbite can begin.
He says Barnes Jewish's ER is reflecting post-snow and extreme cold.
What we're seeing a lot of now is slip and fall type injuries, as well as injuries related to the cold itself.
While staying indoors is the best option, Tan shared a few tips for those who must go outside.
Probably less important is the bulky type clothing, and more important is the layering of clothing.
He says hydration is another necessity most don't think about this time of year.
Even when it's cold, staying well hydrated will help your body maintain a normal body temperature.
But before even reaching patients, Tan says first responders have extra steps to take too.
That includes keeping the ambulance as warm as possible, having warm blankets as much as possible, and even pre-planning your route sometimes from the point of illness or injury to the ambulance itself.
So he's reminding everyone that first responders must protect their own practices and crews in these conditions too.
Tan also says that we can all help them out during these conditions. If you see an ambulance or any form of emergency response on the road, he says to please slow down and move over.
Well, right now, travelers are making their last effort to get home before Christmas, but many are running into problems, delays, and cancellations. We caught up with one family who drove here from Iowa, hoping to have a better shot at catching a flight.
Initially, we were supposed to fly out of Chicago today, but because of the weather, we decided to change it. We wanted to spend Christmas together. This is our second big family trip like this out of the country.
Flight Aware reports close to 14,000 delays and over 4,000 cancellations nationwide. Well, if your flight is canceled, you have options. Text flights to 314-425-5355. We'll send you some info. The Old Man Winter promo from 5 on Your Side is a holiday tradition in St. Louis. It's been 30 years since it first aired. And to mark the anniversary, the Parkway Central Middle School Choir performed their own version of the holiday jingle. Amazing work, young people. We've put together an in-depth look at the story behind that jolly jingle, including some that even those of us who were here for the original shoot didn't know. It is streaming right now on the 5+ app, available for free on Roku and Fire TV.
Last-minute grocery shoppers in luck, where you can still go on Christmas. Get ready to hit the slopes in Wildwood. Hidden Valley preparing to welcome skiers tomorrow.
We're still dressing in layers with this dangerous cold tonight into early Sunday. Then more snow with light accumulating snow in the forecast. The details coming up.
But before we go to break, we're tracking Santa live, thanks to the North American Aerospace Defense Command, also known as NORAD. Right now, he's heading to Albany, New York. You can track Santa all night on 5+ on your Roku or Fire TV. Well, if you're planning a last-minute grocery run tomorrow, you don't have many options, but we have confirmed the only grocery store open on Christmas Day, or one of the only ones, is Local Harvest in Tower Grove South. They will be open at 10 tomorrow morning. They'll close by 2 Christmas afternoon. Well, tomorrow you can hit the slopes at Hidden Valley Ski Resort in Wildwood. They'll start their 40th season tomorrow. The lifts will run tomorrow afternoon from 3 until 9. Then it will be open Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. until 5 or 9 p.m. Now, tubing won't be ready just yet. They plan to announce when that'll be ready soon. Well, don't forget you can catch a Christmas Eve midnight mass service right here on 5 on Your Side tonight. We'll be live from the Cathedral Basilica at midnight, and you can catch it here and streaming on the 5+ app.
It's a cold wind tonight and lows in the single digits and below zero wind chills. Of course, Santa's coming to town tonight, and it looks like good weather for him. He doesn't mind this stuff at all. Of course, coming up, we'll track Santa with NORAD in just a few minutes.
Tonight, a Seattle man is back home after a life-saving surgery in St. Louis. As Mike Bush reports in his Making a Difference feature, doctors called him a ticking time bomb, and he wasn't sure he'd be around for the holidays.
Today.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to go for a walk outside.
Michael and Terry McDermott are finally taking steps in a new direction.
It has been crazy and a whirlwind. Oh, this is where I get my nails done.
This after a long and frightening journey that brought them to Siteman Cancer Center in St. Louis. The McDermotts are from Seattle, but their active lifestyle was put on hold when Michael woke up a few months ago in excruciating pain.
I had felt a little bit of pain in my rear flank, and one night I went to bed and the pain started flaring up and it didn't stop.
Doctors did scans looking for kidney stones, but instead found a cancerous tumor on his kidney that later grew into his heart.
That's a big problem because if at any time a piece of it is to break off, it can cause pretty much instant death.
He was, in a sense, a ticking time bomb.
We didn't even know if he would make it to St. Louis. We had no idea. I literally asked, will he die? And they said, we don't know, we can't tell you that. So on the flight there, I just kept looking at him and going, are you breathing? Are you gonna make it?
They did make it, and days after arriving at Siteman, Michael McDermott was wheeled into surgery. Keep in mind, this operation was so intricate, doctors at the National Institutes of Health in Bethesda, Maryland, said they couldn't do it and told them that Washington University surgeon Dr. Adil Khan was his last best hope.
We had 3 teams working on him with cardiothoracic and urology, and each one of us doing our part.
There was no guarantee that Michael would ever wake up again. So the family took some comfort in knowing that just weeks before, his daughter Kennedy moved up her wedding so Michael could walk her down the aisle.
It was probably the hardest part of the whole thing, was knowing she was having to change everything around so that I could be there, because they weren't sure how long I had, in a sense, you know.
Have you noticed any difference, though, in terms of...
Fast forward to today, and Michael McDermott just got word he's going home for the holidays.
That's probably the fastest I've seen anybody get out of the hospital after this surgery. I think in his case, everything went exactly as we had planned, exactly as how we had thought, and it was very smooth. We didn't lose much blood. He did really well, and the end result was really good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Looks like everything's healing really nicely.
The road to recovery still has bumps and cracks. Michael will still need chemotherapy to shrink the tumor, but he's no longer a ticking time bomb.
I think how blessed I am is what it comes down to, is I'm just blessed that I can be there for my kids, you know, with my wife and things like that. Dr. Khan and BJC, you know, extended my life.
The McDermotts say Dr. Khan and his team are the greatest gift they could have hoped for this holiday season.
Yeah, this is where the kids and I went.
And thanks to them, they're headed home to celebrate old traditions and new beginnings.
We have so many people praying for us and so many people helping us. It's miraculous.
In St. Louis, Mike Bush, 5 on your side.
And I tell you what, Jim, it's stories like that that really remind us what it's so important to remember during the holidays, those that are closest to us.
Absolutely, and a true Christmas holiday, too.
Absolutely.
Miracle, for sure.
Well, I'll tell you what, a white Christmas, how about that? Have we made that determination yet?
You know, the Weather Service will, and so we've had, you know, the other day, 1.8 inches of snow around St. Louis. And here's a picture from today at Forest Park. And people were still sledding on there. So we just need 0.6 to measure. And I hope they find that out, because that'd be great. So then it's officially a white Christmas, because they rounded up. You need 1 inch of snow on the ground Christmas morning. So even if it fell the other day. But 22 for that high today, 8 for the overnight low, and 42 and 27 are the averages. So we're well below that, but we're going to go way above that as we head into midweek, next week, all the way through the new year. 16 right now, feels like 1, so it's still dangerous cold, maybe not as bad as Friday, but a west wind at 16, and some of those gusts as high as 30 miles an hour in the last hour. So still a little bit gusty even tomorrow. Plenty of sunshine early. As we go through the day, we'll make it into the mid-20s, still cold, and clouds will be on the increase. And that wind chill, it's brutal in the morning hours, -4 at 8 a.m. So if you're headed out then, bundle up, dress in layers. Still feels like 16 with the wind chill in the afternoon tomorrow. Satellite radar shot, there's a piece of energy coming through the Pacific Northwest. Eventually, that develops a low around Alberta, Canada. So we call that an Alberta Clipper. So it's a system that doesn't have a ton of moisture with it, but we'll watch it as it drops down and really follows the Mississippi River. And so it goes right into the St. Louis area. And so let's get a little closer with this future cast and show you, put this into motion when we have a little bit of snow in here. This is 11:30 tomorrow night. So we'll watch late tomorrow evening, and then also during the overnight hours, maybe pieces of energy in here. It doesn't look like a ton, but definitely some snow. We'll watch Monday also, and then we start to really warm up midweek. But here it is, the potential of some light accumulating snow, and most of that following the Mississippi and eastward. So on the Illinois side, a little bit more, ½ an inch to maybe pockets of 1 to 2, and then the Missouri side, ½ an inch to about an inch. All right, so then we get out of this cold. Look at the yellow and orange coming our way. That is 50s and 60s for highs. So here's that 10-day forecast. Once we make it through this bout of snow late tomorrow night into early Monday, and we have a weather alert day Monday because of that, we'll get out of this cold. We're up to 61 Thursday. Good chance of rain for New Year's Eve, but we're in the 50s.
All right, sounds good, Jim. Thanks for that update.
Yeah.
We've got Corey now with what he's working on in sports.
It's Christmas Eve, and I hear that Santa Wayno is on his way to St. Louis. Stick around for sports. I promise you, we're going to have some holiday fun. Oh, hello. Didn't see you there. I was just settling in for some light Christmas Eve reading. You're welcome to join me if you'd like. Tonight we're reading the Sports Night Before a St. Louis Christmas. It goes a little something like this. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through St. Lou, not a creature was stirring, not even Cairo. The stockings were hung outside Busch Stadium with care, with hopes that St. Wayno soon would be there. Baseball fans had a fun year, need I say more, with a Cardinals summer of memories thanks to numbers 5 and 4. Albert's return made fans feel young again, and Goldie's MVP season is one of the best there's ever been. Mo delivered a new catcher under the tree, while fans clamor for more before 2023. Bennington and the Blues made some noise in the playoffs until Kadri came barging, but the future's still bright thanks to Chief Tomer in Army. Touchdown Luther did his thing down I-70, and Brett Bielema delivered Illini presents too big for the tree. There was NASCAR, Champions Tour, and big stories galore, as Mizzou delivered a truly stunning bragging rights score. The Grinch to the West wallet is a bit lighter these days, because Kroenke had to pay for our football-less days. The new year will bring soccer, with the stadium sure to leave you in awe, and the return of those fans who proudly yell, So on this Christmas Eve, be thankful for sports in the Lou, and all the good times they bring to you. And as Santa Wayno zooms out of sight, hear him exclaim, Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good night. All right, we try to have some fun every once in a while. NFL today, Giants and Vikings. Minnesota fans are probably tired of nail-biter games at this point. Giants mounted a last-ditch effort late. That's Saquon Barkley. Huge TD run, but they needed the two-point conversion. They get it, and it's tied. But like so many times already this year, the Vikings are clutch in the end. They drive to get the field goal range, and Greg Joseph kicks a 61-yarder as time expires. Vikings win it 27-24. They're 12-3. Let's go to Kansas City, and even Santa's jumping on that Chiefs bandwagon. They hosted Seattle today. It was Kadarius Toney who got the first touchdown, juggled that handoff, but it's all good. He's in for the score, 7-0 Chiefs. Kansas City trying to put it away. Here's some Mahomes Christmas Eve magic. He stretches out for the score. He gets it. Chiefs win 24-10. Got to have some fun on Christmas
yeah, we're going to call you Corey to pull it now.
Santa Wayno, make sure you leave out the milk and cookies. I hear he likes those.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, speaking of milk and cookies, isn't it time to kind of track?
It is.
Yeah,
I'm ready for this.
Our favorite part. Here it is.
Our NORAD Santa track.
Where is he?
Right now, he is. Where is he? I'm looking. Oh, I see.
Oh, is that?
He's in Columbus, Ohio.
Okay.
He was just in Albany, New York.
Right, he was. He's fast.
It's not long now till he's here.
Amazing.
I guess.
Look at all the reindeer.
The little
There's
ones
Rudolph.
better go to bed. You know what I mean? Because you can't be up when Santa.
No.
gets here.
Right. Look at all the gifts in the back. He's loaded.
Love it.
He loves his cold.
Safe travels, Santa. Jim, how are we looking, my man?
All right, so a little bit cold. You know, let's show you that 10-day forecast because, yeah, we're cold for a couple of days here. And that chance of light accumulating snow late tomorrow night into Monday, we'll watch that. So far, no advisories at this point, but that could change. And then 33 for Tuesday. But look at Wednesday, 48. And that overnight low Thursday, 46. And then we're at 61 Thursday, slim chance of rain. So what a fantastic day. Go golfing. Things will be melting. And about 58 for Friday, but showers are likely also into Saturday, which is New Year's Eve. You'll dodge showers, but you're going to enjoy those nice mild temperatures.
Yes, we will. Looking forward to those days.
Yeah.
That's it for 5 on your side at 10, my friends. Have a great Christmas.